Okay? So, I'm originally from Dayton. I live by Kings Island. I love people. I love teaching. So everything that I do today is going to be from a teaching standpoint. Okay? Baby, record me for me. Thank you.
It's been recording.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I want you to repeat after me. This is going to be interactive, okay? So I want you to say, I forgive myself.
I forgive myself
For everything I did not know.
for everything I did not know
About money.
about money,
About debt.
about debts,
And about investments.
and about investments.
And say, KWANYIN.
KWANYIN,
Teach me.
teach me
Everything
everything
I need to know.
I need to know
About money.
about money,
About debt.
about debts,
And about investments.
and about investments.
Okay, how many felt a little bit free about that? Because you're not responsible for what you don't know. You can't, we were never taught it, right? Okay. So, first thing, I want you guys to believe that financial education should be free. It should be taught at least starting 7th grade, right? That's usually when kids are getting allowance, they're going places by themselves, right? But they're not taught about that, okay? So I want you to ask yourself, is it possible for you to be able to save for the future if you're in a lot of debt?
Yeah.
Debt is the cancer of money because it eats away. Not bills, debt, and you're gonna learn the difference between those two. How much money is enough to retire on? Retirement is a dollar amount, it's not an age. That's why you go in Walmart and see people way past retirement saying, welcome to Walmart, or let me see your receipt, right? If something happens to you, what will happen to your family if you don't have investments? If all you have is debt, what's gonna happen to you? Because debt don't leave with you. It does not leave with you. And do you believe that you actually can be financially secure? A lot of people think they're gonna be struggling forever and they've signed on to that and that's just where they are. But you can be free, it is possible. So, couple things, you have the power for financial independence. You do not have to have a 6-figure income. How many people see about someone on TikTok who worked at a very menial job, but they passed away, they had $1 million, or they had $2 million, but they mopped floors or something of that nature. So it's possible, okay? You don't have to be in the C-suites, and you don't have to get an inheritance or win the lottery. It would be nice, but that's not in everybody's future. I want you to know that you can get out of debt, you can build a savings account, and you can be on that path to financial freedom. And it can be fun too, just so you know, it can be fun. First thing I want you to teach you guys of what you can take control of. There are some things that you can control, there are some things that you can. First thing, what you can't control, future Social Security. You're gonna get it, you don't know how much you're gonna get, right? You have no idea. What your employer is gonna pay you. You really cannot control that. You can ask, you can request, but you have no control over that. Taxes, cannot control that. Inflation, rising costs. How many people would love to be able to control how much that grocery bill was last week? Me for sure. The risk of a single investment. That's putting all your eggs in one basket. For example, Sears. Yes. Blockbuster. Right? That's a single investment. But what you can control. Actually saving for retirement. Other sources of income. I heard Michelle talking about that, right? Reducing your taxes. Maximizing your savings. Savings more. Do you need all those streaming and services, right? Diversifying your investments. Not all eggs in one basket. Now, credit score. Let me just touch on it because it's a thing. It's always between debt and your ability to pay. That's what your credit score is. I promised to pay something, I paid it on time, I paid it off, or I didn't, okay? And your credit score reflects. But what's important when it comes to financial? Knowing it. You gotta know what your score is. might be low just because you haven't been in debt with anything. You pay cash for everything. There's nothing wrong with that, but you're just going to need to create some debt. But you don't have to get crazy with it, okay? Don't miss a payment. I love what Marilyn did. Everything she did, I was co-signing everything she said. I was like, yep, she's right, okay? Catch up on overdue accounts. You know you owe it. Just pay it. Don't be like, well, 7 years, or then no, because they can bring it right back up. If you owe it, just go ahead and pay it. Keep a low low balance on your credit cards. And then don't apply for credit often. You don't need a bunch of credit cards. You just don't. Pay yourself first, okay? It is so important because I promise you, it happens to me too. Something is going to come up where you cannot pay yourself first. Y'all been working on me with it, and it's okay. We all in this together, okay? So I'm going to show you what that looks like and the benefits, okay? One thing, 3 accounts. Everyone needs minimum of 3. Marilyn touched this on, at one point I was like, I don't know why I'm here. It was so good, okay? Emergency account. I like to call that Murphy's Law. Anything that can happen will. You go to your car, you got 2 flat tires. It has actually happened to me. Or it won't start, right? Now, is it the emergency or it's like, dang, I gotta get some tires? How you feel about it depends on how much money you've saved, okay? So anywhere from about $2,000 to $5,000 depending on your lifestyle. If you're renting, then it's more like, okay, it's going to be with your car or whatever, right? Because if the refrigerator goes out, you call the landlord. If it's a mortgage and your refrigerator go out, you calling yourself. So that's the reason it's that range, okay? You can have that in a money market account. You can have that in an envelope. You can have that in savings at your bank. But just have it so that way it's not an emergency. It's just something that you need to do. Short-term account. So that's more for future purposes. New car, down payment, vacation, birthday, things of that nature. So it could be anywhere from 2 to 3 to 4 years, depending on what it is that you're working towards, okay? And then wealth building. That's future you money, okay? That's what you don't touch. The first 2, go in and out of it as you need to. It's no big deal. The reason you have money is because you're going to need to use that money. But that wealth building, that's for old you. Ain't nothing wrong with being old. It's beautiful. It's for old you, okay? Now, pay off your debt. Remember what I said. Debt is the cancer to your wealth building opportunity because it eats up your money. So let's get rid of it. Okay. This might look a little bit familiar with you. Who knows Dave Ramsey? Okay, I'm a Dave Ramsey chick. Before I got into financial services, I did his school. It's amazing. Now, Dave Ramsey worked 17 years with the founder of the company that I'm with. So it's going to look familiar. He is more broad range because everybody is coming to him, so it's the same thing. What I create is a plan that is specific to you and your situation, okay? So with this family, they had $2,700 in debt. And this is about average. As you can see, it was 3 credit cards, car loan, and a mortgage, okay? So what you want to do, in debt stacking, you pay off the first credit card, but you don't go spend that money, okay? You put it on the next credit card, and then you go all the way down till they're putting all that money on that mortgage. Now imagine double payments on a mortgage. Anybody who got a mortgage, it sounds beautiful, don't it? Yeah. I'm double payment on that mortgage. Now I'm going to show you what that looks like. Before we sat down with this family, imaginary family, they were being debt for 24 years, and interest was $212,000. After sitting down, they're out of debt 9 years. Who would like that 9 over that 24, right? Because I don't know about you, I got tired of paying on my new car like in 6 months. New car smell was done. Imagine paying for something for 24 years. Wow. But you don't have to. You just need a plan. Look at that interest that they avoided. Over $130,000. And it's the same amount of money. Now, you're out of debt. right? You got your emergency plan going on, right? Your emergency fund. The rule of 72. To me, this is the sexiest thing in financial services. Everybody ask me why.
Why?
Because it shows you how much money is working for you or working against you, okay? The rule of 72 says you take the number 72, you divide it by the number of interest rate, whether you pay an interest rate or you receiving it, and it tells you how many years it takes for your money to double, okay? Let me show you what that looks like. So in this illustration, we got 3%, 6%, 12%. So, you're Angie, correct? Is your name? Yes, I love Miss Angie. She left-handed, y'all. That's the Angie. Let's say you have an outstanding uncle. He comes to you and he says, I'm going to give you $10,000, but you have to invest it, okay? So, you're also 20 years old. So you're going back in time. And you're like, okay. You go to your bank. And your bank was like, okay, $10,000, all right. Well, we can give you 3%. You think about it, you're like, oh, now, Quan said something about 72 divided by 3, it's 24, right? You're like, I'm money doubling every 24 years. What'd that look like? At age 68, it looked like $40,000. You're like, nah. So the bank like, well, we have a CD, it's 6%. You're like, okay, well, I'll probably double it. You do the math, you're like, no, it's 160,000. Well, that's better than the 40. Like, but I don't know. Quan seems sharp. Let me sit down with her. I'm like, Quan, I got $10,000 I got invested. Like, oh, you do? Okay, well, let me see what I can do. So, I put together a plan for you. Average rate of return about 12%. Yes, that is possible. Like, okay. 72 divided by 12 is 6, right? Every 6 years, the money doubles, okay? Ups and downs of the market, whatever. Same age, 68, 2.5. Much better, right? I want you to pay attention. Same amount of money, same amount of time, but the vehicle made the difference. Now, 3% used to be savings in the bank. Does anybody know what the average rate of return of the bank is right now?
4 of them.
It's less than 1%. But let's say you've been banking there for years, they give you 1%. What's 72 divided by 1?
Negative.
Do you even get to see that double?
Right.
Do you get to see that double? Exactly. Hey, girl, let me tell you. 6% used to be CDs. Now CDs are around 3%. And you have to have a certain amount of money before they even talk to you. Before they even talk to you, right? Absolutely. Now, the S&P 500 over the last 60 years have averaged 10%. So it's not hard to come up with 12%. 7.2, I take that 7.2. But I ain't gonna take that 3, right? That's pretty sexy, right?
Yeah.
Now, average credit card is about 30%.
Yep.
33. What's that 72 divided by 33? About every 3 years. Money doubling, ain't it? That you paying them, right?
They're rich.
They getting rich. That's why it doesn't matter what downtown you go to, all the tall buildings, banks, insurance companies. That's why. They know this rule. It's called the banker's rule. So how you gonna supposed to win the game of money if you don't know the rules? Do they want to teach you that?
No, because then they be bankrupt.
No, right? Because it benefits you, not them. The time value of money. So you're like, okay, Quan, now you done taught me the rule of 72. Okay, so when should I be putting my money in? Yesterday. Okay, so when was the next time? Today. Why? Because of time value. So we love to tell stories. It makes it fun, and it makes money even more interesting. Okay. So I have a set of twins here, Ava and Bella. Okay. They graduate from college. Ava's like, okay, I ain't got nothing going on right now. I'm gonna start putting in my IRA. Bella's like, well, you do your thing, but I got to turn up. I've been studying all this time. I want to do a thing. Ava's like, okay. So for 8 years, Ava maxed out her Roth, $7,000 for 8 years. Meets the love of her life, get married, have kids. She doesn't make another investment. At age 68, she has $2.5 million. Her sister meets the love of her life, was like, oh, I gotta start adulting. Okay? And now she has to put in for the rest of her adult life to end up with 2.3. You're like, oh yeah, that's only $200,000. Okay. But look how much they actually put in. Abe only put in $56,000. Turn that into 2.5. Her sister, $256,000 to get 2.3. That's the time value of money. The longer that money gets to be in there, going through that roller coaster ride of the stock market, the better it is for you. Okay? Now, you paid off your debts, you got your emergency fund, you know the rule of 72. Quan, what about insurance? Insurance is important because even though you're hoping to be able to see that retirement, you may not, right? And you have to protect for both instances. The right kind of insurance can either bless or curse your family. Because think about it, you could think you have the right insurance, but the only way to find that out is for what to happen.
You dying, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, and then the family like, well, she told me. Well, they said. That's why it's so important. So let's talk about it. Importance of life insurance. Okay, a lot of people have insurance on their car, yes, or supposed to, and know they're supposed to. Don't raise your hand if you don't. It's being recorded. It's okay. Right? Like,
They signed that paper.
okay, sign that paper, you know. Like, yeah, because if somebody hit my car, hey, right? My house, 30-year mortgage. It's better. What? Lightning strike? What? Okay. Well, what about your life? Because without you, ain't no car.
Ain't no house.
Ain't no house. Ain't no home. And that's what you're protecting. Okay? What's going to happen if something doesn't happen to you? So you cannot afford not to have life insurance. Your family can't afford it. Say, okay, but why? I'm supposed to have it all my life? No. You're not supposed to have your life insurance all your life. So we have what is called the theory of decreasing responsibility. Okay? When you're younger, what you got? Bills, kids. But you ain't got money. You don't have money, okay? So if one of the incomes are lost, it could be devastating to that family, right? GoFundMe is real for a reason. It's real for a reason, okay? But as you get older, kids are grown and gone. They only spending the night, right? They gone. Debts are paid off, or you have very low, and mortgage paid off. Okay, so now what you need that retirement income. Your money's supposed to outlast you. Okay, it's supposed to last a couple generations. At that point, do you need life insurance? No, you don't need it. You may want it because it creates an immediate estate. But if you have $300,000 and no debt, do you really need life insurance? It's a different conversation. Okay? It's a different conversation. A lot of insurance companies won't tell you that. I'll tell you that. Never buy life insurance as an investment. I don't care what you hear. Okay? They ain't even licensed, most of them. Don't buy it. As a matter of fact, it tells you in the paperwork it is not an investment. Okay? It is to mitigate risk. All insurance mitigates risk. Health insurance in case your health goes down. Okay? Car insurance in case somebody ain't insured or you can't control that car on that spin. It happened to me. Okay? Life insurance is income risk protection. Because when someone passes away, that income stops immediately. The employer don't even give it to the family that quick. They got to make sure you dead. You might be lying, right? So it takes some time. So never buy it as a life insurance, and I'm going to show you why. Everybody with me so far? Yes. Okay. So remember, I like to tell stories, right? Okay. Ma'am, what's your name again, please?
Dee Dee.
Dee Dee. Miss Dee Dee? Mama raised me right. She right there. Miss Dee Dee. Okay. Who do you bank with? Who do you bank with?
Who was I blank?
PNC.
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 Yeah, I got PNC.
Okay, so let's say, don't get mad, just hypothetical. Let's say you get a letter in the mail from PNC, say, "Dear Mrs. Dee, we appreciate your business all these years, but we're going to be making some immediate changes to all savings accounts, okay? We want you to check every box and then sign your name at the bottom, okay? The first change is that we still want you to put money into your savings account, okay? But for the next 1 to 3 years, the balance is going to be zero. Don't matter if you online bank, doesn't matter if you walk in the store, doesn't matter if you do mobile banking, the balance is going to be zero, okay? After that 1 to 3 years, we will give you interest on your money, but it's between 1 to 4%, and every year we will decide between that 1 to 4. Now, just what you know about banking, do you think they're going to give you that high 1 or that low 4? The low 4. So how do you feel about that so far? No money for the first 3 years, and low interest rate on your money. How do you feel about that?
I don't feel good.
You don't feel good?
Taking my money out.
Okay. Taking your money out? All right, no. I appreciate that. It gets better. So, you know it's your money, right? That you've been putting
Yes,
in.
ma'am.
Okay. Y'all know you're supposed to be doing a withdrawal, but that was too long a word, so we're going to call it a loan. If it better look better. And we're going to charge anywhere from 5.5% to 8% on whose money?
Okay.
Your money, right? So
Yeah.
if it's your money and you loaning it, is it your money?
No.
No, it sure ain't. Last but certainly not least, you know, when someone passes away, you know, the kids argue over the money.
Yeah.
I was her favorite. I took her out to dinner. She said it was supposed to be mine. I went to China set 2, right? But your family won't have to worry about that. Because if something happens to you, we're going to keep that money. Now, would you knowingly sign that?
No.
No. And if you knew that you were in a product like that, PNC don't work like that. Don't worry. But if you knew you were in a product like that, would you want to get out of it?
Yes.
Okay. So what I just illustrated for you is the savings portion of all whole life policies. Every last one of them. Okay? And I've replaced several of them. And this is why. You using it for your family, you pass away, you don't know that your family isn't getting the savings portion. Why am I saving money for y'all? I'm saving money for them, right? So let me show you on the opposite side, if you take that, buy term and invest the difference, because that's what we teach, okay? Buy term insurance is low cost, invest the difference. All millionaires, that's what they tell you. Susan Orman, you know, I do Dave, all of them. Buy term, invest the difference. Anthony, oh, I love Anthony. Oh, he's so amazing. I was watching him a couple days ago. Okay, I digress. So, whole life policy, right? The savings portion that your family don't get. Remember that. Savings portion that your family don't get. At age 30, if someone gets it, it's $100,000 level death benefit. That's just big words to say that the premium doesn't go up, okay? $100,000. It costs $126 a month, and if the person makes it to 100 years old, then they have $100,000, okay? Person passed away, family don't get that money. On the other side, buy term, invest the difference, right? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Other thing. $100,000, that's not enough money. That might cover a couple things, but if you think about it, most people have more than that in debt, especially if they're paying on a mortgage when they pass away. So some bills are going to be covered, but not everything. Buy term, invest the difference. $300,000 term, 35-year level death benefit, okay? Means $300,000, that's better. Premiums don't go up. And then you invest the difference. So they're paying, they're paying $58 a month, but they have, if the whole year, they have $782 to invest throughout the year because it was less, okay? Whole always costs more. So if you look at the difference here, you have 3%, 6%, 9%, right? You have up to $183,000 that your family actually gets. because it's an investment. Or you get if you need it, because it's your money. Okay? So do you want to make $100,000 for the insurance company or $183,000 for your family? That's the difference there. Okay. Our philosophy, 3 nevers. Never buy any kind of whole life, universal life, be your own bank, I don't care what they call it. Okay? Never buy it as an investment. It's not, that person is not investment licensed. And then never buy, oh, you guys are gonna laugh at this one. Never buy it when they say it's a dividend. It's not, because it's not investment. Who wants to know what the dividend actually is?
I do.
Okay. It's overpayment. You,
Just the difference.
you overpaid it all year, and so they give you your refund back, and they calling it a dividend.
Wow.
I know. Okay, so now we got you properly protected, we got you out of debt. Let's talk about investing, okay? I'm gonna teach you about being an owner, not a loaner, okay? So, when you put money in your bank, what do you think your bank does with it?
They use it.
They invest, okay, what else do you think they do? I heard
They loan it out.
they loan it out, absolutely, and what? Car, loan,
They use
mortgage,
mortgage,
credit card,
Yeah.
and they also invest it, okay? Why don't we cut out the middleman? Okay, so bypass that middleman. You can take your money and do what they're gonna do. They put it in the global economy. So you don't need to do that, and then they give you back at, what was that, fraction of a percent? So what does that look like? So let's say you deposit $10,000 and they really like you because you're getting 1.5 interest. See what that looks like. So your interest for the year is $150. But look at this, tax. Okay? Then now you're at 117, so now you got 10,117. But inflation, just 5% inflation cuts that $10,000 down to $9,635.
So you got
So how are you ever going to get ahead if you're behind the ball? And inflation, what, in 2025 got up to 8%? But no one's teaching. No one's teaching that. And the bank, they definitely not like, you know what, let me show you what we really doing with your money. They're not going to do that. So, broken leg school. When people retire, okay, they should have these 3. They should have their Social Security. You don't know what that's going to be, right? You don't know what that is, so you shouldn't count on it. Then you have the pension or retirement through the job, right? And then you have your personal savings. Of those 3, which one can you control?
your
Personal
personal
savings.
That's right, your personal savings. Absolutely, absolutely. So that's what I help people do. So let me show you what that looks like. So $10,000 in a rate of return, just following the S&P 500, which is 10, you have $181,000. Bonds, they're less risky because that's government bonds. You got 36,000. T-bills is just shorter bonds. You have 19,000, and with the inflation, about $21,000. So S&P 500 is the best for that family because you always want to outpace inflation, always. Now, invest with a professional management, someone with the heart of a teacher, someone who is licensed. Don't get me wrong, I love Anthony, but on his YouTube, he says, I'm not a licensed investor, even though he has he's working on his master's in economics. He tells you it's for entertainment purposes, but I do like what he was talking about. But at the end of the show, he says, I'm gonna talk to my investment advisor. So if the man who studies money has an investment advisor, shouldn't everybody have one? Shouldn't everybody have one? Absolutely, absolutely. So, I'm going to teach you the difference between a single stock and a mutual fund, okay? What's your name? And I love that red black thing. What's your name?
Brittany.
Brittany, okay, Brittany. Let's say you were going to get into elevator to the Eiffel Tower, okay? And there was 2 elevator choices, elevator A and elevator B. Elevator A had 1 cable to it. Elevator B had 10 cables to it. Any given time, a cable could snap. You don't know which one. Which one are you and your family getting on? Come on, Brittany. It's your family. You love your family. Y'all, edit that out. She's like, I don't know. I was mad about this one. Like, which family member? Which one? Okay. She said elevator B, y'all. She love her family.
Thank you.
So, elevator A represents a single stock. Elevator B represents mutual funds. Okay? So let's say that one cable was Sears. Elevator A. Right? But in elevator B, if it was one of 10, they really didn't feel it. Okay? So that's the big difference. So, like, okay, Quan, so I want elevator B, right? But in what? Okay? First, start with companies that you know about. Okay? Procter & Gamble, Verizon, Netflix. The first 10 companies in your portfolio, if you don't know who they are, that might not be the right portfolio for you. Okay? You should know the companies that you're in. Okay. So, remember I said best time was yesterday and then today. Time value of money. Now we're going to talk about dollar cost averaging and how that plays out. Okay? So we have two investors, investor A and investor B. So they invest $100 a month for the same 6 months. Okay? So just looking at that diagram, who would want to be, just raise your hands, who would want to be investor A and who would want to be investor B?
A.
Want an A? Okay. All right. I want to be investor B.
You?
Yeah.
Ain't gonna always go up.
Right, there is some risk of the down, so you gotta be careful with your risk.
Can't always be up.
Yeah. So I'll change it to investor B.
Okay.
I changed it to B.
Okay.
They ain't gonna always go.
I'm about to
Right,
say A
it's
too,
not gonna
'cause it
always
was
go
steady on the
It was
rise.
steady,
Yeah.
Just don't drop. You gotta
Okay.
be sometime.
Okay. Investor B is correct, but not for you guys the reasons that you think. Okay. And the downturn of the market is when you make your money.
Right.
It's when you're making money. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Hold on to your seats. Okay. We like to call this the cow story. Okay. So we have an investor. They agree to put in $100 a month for the next 6 months. Doesn't matter what's going on. Doesn't matter what sale, whatever. They are going to invest $100 in cows. Okay. Organic cows. Grass-fed cows. So the first cow costs $100, so they can get one cow, right? They're like, okay. Second month, okay, mad cow disease breakout, and the price of cows go down to $50. So how many cows can they get now?
Okay, 2 cows.
They can get 2 cows.
But why you want 2 sick cows?
That's all right. Is this an investment? It gets better. It's all right. It's all right. I got you. It's all right.
Thinking outside the box.
It gets better. I promise. Okay. Third month, Oprah says, I'm not going to eat any more cows. And the price of cows go down to $25 a month. Y'all know that actually happened, right?
Yeah.
That actually happened.
That's crazy.
That actually happened. They got mad at Oprah. So now, cows are $25 a month. 25 each. How many are you able to get? You putting in that same $100? 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Next month, same thing. And you get a little scared. Like I got sick cows. I didn't pay for no sick cows. And I say, it's all right, because you're calling me. You're heavy breathing when you're calling me. You prayed before you called me. Like, she believed in Jesus, I'm going to come to her right? And I'm like, remember, we are staying the course. Okay, it's about dollar cost. I still got cows. I'm in the same thing you in, okay? We both got cows. Month 5, they catch Oprah, Burger King drive-thru, double Whopper. Just tearing it down. That what she was like, I fell off. Whopper, it was good. So now, they went up to $50. How many did you get to buy? You bought 2. And then next month, Chick-fil-A got to repent because they was like, we started the whole thing. Wasn't no mad cow disease. It was us. We got convicted. Okay? So now it's back up to $100, and then you're able to buy 1 cow, right? Then you call me. You're like, all right, Quan, it's up to 100. I ain't taking this no more. Give me my $600 back. And I'm going to tell you, unfortunately, I can't give you that $600 back. I'm sorry. Don't beat me. We on the phone. Because you invested $600. But your value is $1,400. Okay? How did that happen?
Cause that mad cow.
When it was the lowest, you were able to get more.
Okay.
Okay? Now, keeping that in mind, you made an $800 profit in 6 months. Now looking at, you want to be investor A, investor B. B all day, B all day. Look at the difference.
Oh my.
Look at the difference. Because the average share, investor B, he paid $4.76 versus investor A, who was only in it when it was going up. Okay? $14.19. Almost double the cost. Okay?
Yeah.
So, absolutely.
When I was to call you and say, hey, Quan, I want out, and I made that 800. What if you would have gave me what I had to pay interest on that 800 that I made to get my money back?
The 800 was the interest. That was the rate of return.
So I would have got that a whole 800.
You got the whole 14.
Okay.
Because it's your money.
Oh, okay.
It's your money. You get taxed on it.
No.
You cannot avoid taxes. You're gonna pay taxes somewhere.
Yeah.
But you know what? I like paying taxes because it means I made money. People who make a lot of money pay taxes.
Wow.
Yes.
I don't make no lot, I have to pay it. I don't make no lot, but I have to pay it every 6 months.
Every 6 months, do you get a tax refund? It's for overpayment of taxes.
Okay.
See, people who are in a different tax bracket, they know they cut in the federal government a check every year.
Yeah.
But that don't stop them from wanting to be wealthy.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. All right, don't lose your spot. All right, I believe each and every one of you have the ability to be debt-free and financially independent. Starts with a decision to do it, and then making intentional steps, okay? Do you guys have any questions for me? Like general questions, not in your business questions. General questions, yes ma'am.
Do you offer your services, and if so, how do we go about getting in touch with you to use your services?
I'm so glad you asked that question. So here is my QR code. You can schedule a time with me. I will go over this again. I do not pay for my services, okay? We don't. Company I work for, we do not pay because we believe it should be free for everybody, okay? The way I get paid is 2 ways. 1, for any product or services that you use because it's yours and you're paying for it. And 2, by you referring me people. If I do a great job for you, if I get you all set up and you're like, oh my God, this was amazing, refer me to more people because that's how I do it. You won't see us advertised. Okay, I'm gonna leave this up there for y'all. Any other questions? Yes.
Can you touch bases a little bit more on the life insurance part? So, because I hear about people that's having the whole life insurance all the time. And me and you, we talked a few times in reference to the life insurance, and you was telling me basically like some insurances, you mentioned, I ain't forgetting, some insurances, if you on vacation and you pass away, if you haven't, this with the job insurance, because everybody got insurance through their job, but it's tricks too. So I want to know if you could touch bases on that, because you was like, if you on vacation and you haven't made it back from vacation to your job could say they not paying for your life insurance policy. Now, and that with that being said, I had a cousin, he was an excessive drinker. And they had told him to stop drinking. And when he passed away, it was a problem with they would not pay his insurance policy, even though he had been had it. They would not pay it, and I brought it up to Quan, was talking to Quan about it, like how can they do that when this is something he been had and now they done dug up the medical records and they see that. And then also, like, if you went through your job for some type of like alcohol anonymous counseling, drug counseling, a lot of stuff, all this stuff could come back on you, even though you've been working here 35 years and the last 3 years been stressful, and now you became an alcoholic because your daddy died or something. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I was just so puzzled by that. Like, all these years he been working, the last 3 years has been so stressful to where now you just, he drunk himself to death, basically. They found him with a bottle and everything, and he had alcohol in his system. So they didn't want to pay. But why when you want to pay and I've been paying you for 35 years?
That is a great question.
And even with the daughters, they didn't, he had them down to get 17,000 apiece. So
Yeah,
she
I
was
sure
telling me
will.
it's a lot of tricks to
Give
it
me
when it's the
just-
job. So how can we avoid that? How can we recognize?
I got you. I'm looking for something for you, and I promise I'll put that back up.
Okay, thank you.
So, what you were talking about is group life, and I'm so glad that you asked that question. I'm gonna find it.
I'm sure
So
a lot of people
in
don't know,
group,
right?
so group life is insurance that's from your job, okay? It's very inexpensive, very cheap, which is why people get it, right? It doesn't cost a lot. It's usually, anywhere from $50,000 to maybe like a year of salary or half a year of salary, correct? So in the stipulation, your employer doesn't own that life insurance. The life insurance company owns. So there's guidelines that they have to live by. So it's not your employer that's saying no, it's the life insurance company. Okay? And the reason I know this is because during COVID people passed away and found out that the life insurance wasn't going to cover it. Because in the stipulation, it says, and the easiest way to find out if you're in that boat is call your human resource. Okay, because I worked for a very reputable hospital in Cincinnati, and I called to verify when I first got started with this company, and they said, yes, that is true. You will not be paid. Okay, and what I asked them was, if I'm on vacation and I pass away on vacation, will my life insurance cover it? Now at the time, my daughter right there was 7. 7? No, I'll take that back. 8. And they said, no. You have to come back from vacation and work 1 shift.
And then,
But I'm dead,
Right.
Wow.
or I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? That's
I understand.
So messed up.
That is why own as much as you can of what you can own. Own your life insurance.
your own.
Outside of your company.
Outside of your company.
Wow.
You'll see, okay? Because we had a client, they had their job and then they had Primerica,
that's
and
what I
the client passed away in the hospital. The insurance didn't pay. Got a letter. Said because they were in the hospital and didn't work their regular shift, when they passed away, it wasn't covered.
got. How could you work clearly?
I know.
That's a double
That is so
jackpot.
wrong.
This is
It's
a lot of
terrible.
stuff that we don't know
That's-
that other people may know, like,
Correct.
different cultures and stuff, because nobody's telling us this. But still, we spending this money out of our paychecks.
Oh, yes.
We spend this money out of our paychecks for years and years and years, and then when something happen, you just automatically know. Like if I die, I'm like, I know my son got 200,000. You know what I'm saying? But no, you don't.
Hey, that's the video I'm trying to find for you. You don't know. I'm trying to find. I'm trying to- So I had a teammate whose husband had congestive heart failure, and he was working, and they knew he was going to be passing away soon. So she said she had been calling for 2 weeks, recovered. Yes, don't even worry about it. Spend time with your son. Are you sure he doesn't have to work? No, he does not have to work. You will get the money. He passes away. They gave her the premium she had paid
That's just 1 month's premium.
instead of the $50,000 that she was supposed to get.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And the premiums that she paid in was about $2,000.
That's how you get you.
So what you can own it. Own your life insurance. That's great that your company is giving you life insurance. Great. If it's free, get all the free life insurance you can get. Okay? Don't pay $1 for it.
Say that.
Don't pay $1 for it. Because it's not guaranteed to you. It's not yours. See, when you have your own life insurance, you're saying, I agree to pay this. You agree to pay my family this. Right? And then have your life insurance agent go through the policy with you. We go through our policies. This is how much it's going to cost for the next 20 years, 35 years. Boom, that's where it is. This is how much it is. This is how much your family will get if something happens to you. This is how much you can get if you need part of it because you're diagnosed and you have 6 months or less to live. It's not a loan. It's yours. Do what you want to with it. We don't care. We just need documentation. But it's yours.
And then what's the life insurance I mentioned to you? We had a client whose mom exceeded 70 years old. She was 90-some when she passed. She had over $200-some thousand worth of insurance. When the lady passed away, they gave them $2,500. It depreciated by 90%. Which insurance was that?
That sounds like an IUL.
So the best one you telling us?
Term.
Is
Term.
term.
That's
Term
what it is.
insurance.
You pay this, my
We
family
do
gets
that.
this.
Yep.
No bells, no whistles, no savings attached to it. None of that.
Okay, I got one more question. Because we're
Just
entrepreneurs.
give me time to find this.
Because we're
You
entrepreneurs.
looking for yours.
Can you, do you suggest that, so I'm at the age now in my 50s that I'm getting nervous about my Social Security. Yes, I have worked, I have paid into Social Security, but in this day and age, that little check wouldn't even be enough to pay rent. So, do you suggest having to invest in these IRA accounts? This is one of my envelopes for, is similar to if I'm doing my 401k. If I had 401k, I'm an entrepreneur, so I don't have 401k. I'm not paying into Social Security. What should I be doing? What should I be doing to make sure once I have to retire from my chair, I'm okay?
Got you. So because you are self-employed, you can have what is called a set retirement. And you can put in up to $10,000 a year. It's not taxed because you're not taxed yet. You don't get into because you're self-employed, you're taxed differently.
Mhm.
Self-employed people, business owners are taxed differently than W-2 people. W-2, y'all pay the highest taxes because you guys don't have the risk. You clock in, you do your thing, you clock out. You get paid for it. The business owner is the one that has the risk of profit and loss and all those other things. They're taxed differently. It is what it is. So for you, I would recommend, not knowing all your information, just on the spot, because I need to know more information,
Yeah.
it would be a set because you can put more money into it. Great question.
SEP IRA, or is it just a SEP?
So it's an IRA. So IRA, Roth IRA, those are vehicles.
Okay.
Okay, you have the title, but then you have the different vehicles. You can have a slow moving vehicle, you can have a medium moving vehicle, or you can have a fast vehicle. It depends, but you say that until you see that market go down.
Like, where mama?
So it's right. So it's what are you comfortable with? What type of risk are you comfortable with? Because I can work with every risk tolerance you are. But don't have a tolerance where you just want, 7% or 6% rate of return, but you expect to be a millionaire in 10, 15 years. That's not going to happen. So there's risk when it comes to that roller coaster ride. That's why you have the time value of money. The sooner you're in it, the longer you have time for those roller coasters. And that's what we go over. Because if you think about what's happened in the last 20 years. We've had COVID, the mortgage bubble, we had something else. The tech bubble, all those in the last 20
stock market
years.
crash or something?
Yeah, we've had those three things in the last 20 years. They're still millionaires. They're still everyday millionaires right now. I ain't talking about, Oprah money. I'm talking about $2-3 million. everyday millionaires walking around here with all that's going in because they listened to their financial advisor and they didn't watch it. Because let me tell you, okay, so I found it. So let me tell you. When the stock market goes down, we get excited. Ask me why.
Because we able to buy more and lower costs.
Everything's on sale. Everything's
You
on
get one.
sale.
You get one.
Right.
If you got an email from Amazon and Amazon says, I don't care what you buy, it's 90% off, what you doing?
Bang,
That envelope got to
I'm
be
there
full.
for your envelope.
Right? You got it too. Did you get that email too? It's not scanned, right? You got it too?
Yeah.
Did it diminish Amazon? Did it diminish the value of Amazon? No, it's still Amazon, right? Global. You can get a house schematics on Amazon. Because I looked. That's how I know. I get a house bill. Right? It doesn't diminish. But once that 90% sale is gone, and you're paying 100% for everything, you're going to be glad you got that 90% off.
Yep, the 90%.
So when it go down, don't worry about it. It's going to come back up. I promise you, it's going to come back up. COVID, it went down. Some of the, some of the mutual funds got down to -30 and -40. Stay in it. The only time you get hurt in a roller coaster ride is when you jump out. When you jump out. And stay in it. That's okay. I know. She said she wished she would have stayed. And that's okay. That's okay. You just someone to talk you through it. And it gets scary sometimes. I know people who jumped. It's okay. Don't jump next time. You learn.
I'm scared of heights. I don't want to jump nowhere.
But it's all about where you come. All right, so let me show you because you asked about the group life, group life, and this is the student teacher. And then, whoops, sorry, I replaced that if I broke it. Okay, cool. Here you go. Thank you, ma'am. You're quite welcome.
A Goodyear woman says when her husband passed away, she was relieved to find out that he left behind a $50,000 life insurance policy. She says the insurance company is now refusing to pay up. Whether it was golfing or hiking, Will Bennett loved the outdoors.
He liked to golf. He liked nature. We traveled. That was what he wanted to do in his retirement.
Carly Bennett was married to Will for 26 years while the two worked as food servers.
We both worked as waiters pretty much our whole life, and that's how we met in Michigan.
Will had been working as a full-time waiter in Scottsdale, but then COVID-19 hit in 2020. As a result, restaurants across the nation, including Will's employer, shut down, preventing him from going to work. However, Will's employer was generous enough to keep paying him his 40-hour weekly wage, even though he wasn't working.
I mean, we were both very extremely blessed because he had a great job.
According to Will's paycheck stubs, not only was he paid his hourly wage, but his company also kept paying $4.75 per pay period for a $50,000 life insurance policy from a company called Unum Insurance. But when Will passed away last year, Carly, the policy's beneficiary, says the insurance company refused to pay out. Why? Well, according to Carly, she was told Will was not actually working, which voided the policy.
So the insurance company is telling you we're going to deny this policy because he was not actively working.
Actively working, performing his job duty at work.
But he really was because he was an employee.
He was employed and getting paid the whole entire time.
Carly appealed Unum's decision 2 times, and the company denied her claim both times, meaning she won't be receiving that $50,000 payout. So she contacted the Premier Side.
Well, I submitted an email, and then you were gracious enough to reach out to me.
I got a hold of Unum and asked if they would agree to review Carly's claim again to make sure they reached the right decision. The company did, and denied the claim again, saying, quote, under the clear language of the policy, Mr. Bennett was no longer covered on the date of his death, which occurred more than a year after he stopped working. We have carefully reviewed this case, and we stand by our decision. Carly says she remains frustrated and believes insurance companies are looking for loopholes to not pay.
In your heart and in your head, you're like, I have all the paperwork here, and there's no reason you should have turned out.
That's how I feel, yes.
Now, the insurance company in this case did not provide any further details other than that statement that they provided. However, published reports do indicate that insurance carriers have lost billions of dollars over the last few years due to an increase in COVID deaths and other illnesses. I'm Gary Harper.
I guess that would work somewhat like how, like my mom, she just retired from university. And she had a life insurance policy through her job. And she was like, oh, you know, if I die, y'all good. Okay, well, now you don't work there. And the policy amount was so high for her to keep, even though she wasn't working, it was pointless to her keeping it. So you done paid into all this money, all these years, just for you to let it go, because what you coming home with, like you said, rent being as high as it is, I can't afford to continue to pay that amount now that I'm not working, I'm retired. So I think it's a lose-lose. You might as well go back to being an herbalist. Just eat the grass and
me
berries.
learn how to save. And it's sad that I don't save at my age, but it's important for me to learn how to save, because I feel like this. Even if I didn't want to purchase no doggone life insurance, if I'm giving you $230, me and her discussed this because this is my quote, $230 for myself, $230 for my husband, that's almost $500 a month. Why can't I save that myself?
And you can.
And just in
And
case
I've
something
had-
happens.
and
And
I've
now I
had
got to be
recommended
able to
that.
That route.
because
I've
that's really
recommended that.
stressful when somebody passed away. It's like I've been hearing so many different stories. I guess because I'm focused in this area of my life now on what I need to be doing and what is most important to me at this time, that when you searching for stuff, you get just like that story. I done saw stories like this on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. So it's like, how can we stop from being a victim?
Right.
Just start an insurance company and get
And
in
the
with the money on with you.
The first way to stop being a victim is education, is knowledge. Now you know. So what are you going to do next? Because I've recommended that to clients because they were uninsurable. Nobody would insure them because they had too many conditions going on. And the one insurance company I would be afraid.
Yeah.
Because this is another thing, especially for those, it doesn't matter how many medications, the ones for the older people, guess what? You got to stay alive for 2 years. And a lot of people don't know that. You got to be alive for 2 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
They feel like they ain't paid nothing into it. They ain't making no money.
And alive.
Yeah, alive.
Live. I know somebody, they was 30 days away and they passed away. 30 days, didn't get it.
They don't care.
They didn't get it. So what you can own, what you can control. So if you know you're not going to be insurable, you know you're going to be rated something ridiculous, then open up.
Yeah.
And tell you, have a family member. We're going to have a meeting about money, my money. This is the account on opening. I got y'all's name on it. This is what it's for. When something happens to me, God calls me home, I want you to put this much to bury me. What's left, y'all can split it or whatever, or how it is. That's you taking control of your money. That's one thing, and I'm going to say it because we all in here. We need to stop depending on others to take care of what we can take care of.
Right.
We can control where our money is going. We can control what we spend it on. YouTube is amazing if you use it for the right thing.
Yes.
Look at those people who are talking about investing. See what they're talking about. Because if it sounds too good, you're like, I need to call KWANYIN Investigate. Look through, are they licensed? Do they have a degree in it? Or is it just something, because I saw one and one of my teammates sent it to me. This girl was talking about you can get life insurance on your best friends. No, you can't.
Okay.
No, you can't.
They tell me like I can't get
No,
on my son
you
unless he
can't get it on your sibling.
They gotta approve it.
Yeah.
You cannot do it. But she was like, yeah, I know they're gonna be sad when they gone, but you can't put it on your best friend. And they're like, what, really? So you have to be careful about the knowledge review. Look at who it is who's talking about and what are they talking about.
start looking suspect. Like, you trying to kill me? Why you gotta do it for me? My kids.
So any other questions? Cause I'm gonna turn it back over to Marilyn if there aren't any other questions. Okay, I appreciate your time. I love what I do. Reach out to me if you just have general questions. That's great. Sit down with me. I promise you I can help you build. We like to call it your financial house from the foundation up. And everybody know the foundation is the most important thing in any house.
Yes.
All right.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.